That Kevin McCullough.
And welcome to Times Square. Kevin McCullough, That Kevin Show. So glad to have you with us. And, you know, each year we have the opportunity to make a difference in ways that have done a lot of good. You may have heard me advocating for the redemption of slaves earlier in the year. And I have to say, on a goal of 104 slaves liberated, to see 115 done so is a wonderful thing. And that allows me an opportunity now to turn a corner and to talk about something else that is extremely, extremely important to my own heart. Some of you that have watched or listened to me for any length of time know that I have a son adopted from the nation of Haiti. He was adopted directly out of some of the most extreme poverty I've ever witnessed. I would say the most extreme poverty I've ever witnessed firsthand. And the ability to bring him to the States and give him medical care and to be able to feed him and watch him grow. And now, as a fully functional adult living on his own, to see the joy that came about in his life because of a little bit of effort and a little bit of hard work in his life has been an immense sense of joy for me as his father, but also, I think, a real statement about what God can do in a life when he redeems them. And that's why I am so thrilled to be partnering for the next number of weeks with Food for the Poor, who is at work in Haiti and in other Central American countries, South American countries. And they are doing the very things that I was able to do with my son, feeding undernourished children, helping them receive spiritual instruction and other things. And that's why I want to introduce you to them. And I hope that you will join us on a journey. But Paul Jacobs is part of their team, and he joins us from Florida. Paul, it's always a pleasure to see you, and we've worked together in other venues for a long time, but so thrilled to be working together here.
Well, not only do we work together in other venues, but we have walked the communities, the cities, the homes. We've met the families in Haiti firsthand. Not only your experience with your son, but so many other children and so many other families that we were able to get a real understanding of the needs of these families. Hardworking families, just like us, no different from you and I, other than they were living in a nation just about 91 minutes from our shores in South Florida. So it's great to be here to talk about those families and really get your audience to do some
when
major
we're talking
work.
about poverty, particularly for young children, it disaffects them far worse than it does the adults that have made it to adulthood in the third world. But talk to me about what children that are severely undernourished are experiencing on a day-to-day basis.
Well, it's a child that is going through malnutrition on a level that we have not seen. Severe acute malnutrition, where a child from infancy, and we all know that for those of us that have had children, and you raise them in the first few stages of their life, first few years, it's so vitally important. But we're seeing children at the age of 18 months, 2 years old, that do not eat every day. Now, I understand you're saying just how in the world can a child in 18 months, 2 years old, not eat every day? The answer is that their parents do not have jobs. The parents are not working, and if they are working, they're maybe earning $1 or $2 a day. And some parents even have to select which child will eat that day based on their health conditions. It's a reality that we need to alleviate. The latest number right now that is coming from from our basically updates from our ministry partners on the ground in Haiti is 1.6 million. That's more than 10% of the population in severe brink of starvation in Haiti. Now, we're not looking to help 1.6 million. We want to start with the first 600 children, and that's where you come in.
Yeah, well, and it's very, very important, friends. And I just want to make this clear that if you jump on board right now, every gift that you give right now is going to be matched meal for meal for children that are not going to get food from any other source. There's not going to be another provider. There is no government program. There is no Medicare. There is no Medicaid in Haiti. There is no Social Security. There is nothing that takes care of the people that are in the poorest of the poor situations, with the exception of Food for the Poor, which is a Christ-centered ministry. And Paul, you work on the ground with one of the, I think, the most integral networks of relief that's going on anywhere in the world, and that is local pastors that know these families personally. They know which child is in the most danger, and they know how to get that food to them effectively.
In Haiti, we just celebrated our 38th anniversary. working on the ground with the Haitian people, but more so, it's 38 years of working with the local church, pastors, local ministries. There are more than 13 points of distribution where we go into communities and we deliver aid to those families in those communities. But there are more than 2,000 aid points where these are churches and ministry partners, vetted partners that come to Food for the Poor to get help. And majority of those are local churches, pastors that are not only ministering the physical food that these children need, whether it be a community, a feeding center, or even a school that is run by a ministry program, but it is going to be delivered coupled with the gospel message as well.
It's so important. Friends, the phone number is 855-349-4673, 855-349-4673. You can also text my name, Kevin, to 93999 if you'd prefer to give that way. Text Kevin at 93999. Or you can go online to instagood.org. You want to make instant good happen? Go to instagood.org. That's my own URL. We're taking the gifts for Food for the Poor there. And friends, your 100% of your gift is going to go towards the application of what we're talking about. And if you go right now, it's going to be matched meal for meal. Paul, one of the things that I find amazing is that according to the sources that publish these statistics, there is enough food produced on planet Earth to feed every person on planet Earth more than 4.5 pounds of food every single day. But we still have pockets of extreme poverty, like we're talking about in Haiti, where the food hasn't gotten to yet. And so it's not an issue of there being enough for everyone to eat. The question is getting it to them in time before they die of starvation. And in addition to that, if you call right now at 855-349-4673, you're going to double the number of people that you reach for that same amount. So if you can give $240 right now, instead of reaching 3 children for the next year, you'll be feeding 6 for the coming year, all the food that they can eat, 2 meals per day for the coming year. It's going to make a huge difference in the lives of these kids that have been malnourished. We're talking about Food for the Poor. Go to instagood.org, instagood, instagood.org, instagood.org, and give your gift right now. Or you can call 855-349-4673.
Stick around for more of That Kevin. Next, That Kevin Show with Kevin McCullough.